or presentation I chose to do it on, how do I view those that I teach. I feel the way that how we treat others or how we view others has a lot to do with how we feel about ourselves. Those that are usually uplifting and help others out usually have pretty strong self-confidence, but those that try to put others down, they seem to have a pretty low self-confidence, so they try to make others look bad to build themselves up. And us as teachers, that is not a good thing to do, because we could ruin potential for our students. So this first question I had is, how do I look down on those that I teach? How we view our students has a lot to do with how they view themselves. If we look down on them because they may have a learning disability, or their race, or their religion, what they do with their extracurricular activities, they'll catch on to this, and that they will start to adapt those certain stereotypes. Those stereotypes is the jocks and the cheerleaders are usually the dumb ones, the dumb blondes, or the redheads have anger issues and things like that. If we always make jokes like that, pretty soon those students will start to believe those jokes. I was told once that all jokes are half true, half lie, and I think that's true to a big extent. So how we view our students, if we look down on them, they'll catch on to that, and that'll put them onto the wrong path. And then the second question I had is, how can the way I view my students influence them? It's not. I have a quote that I found online that I really liked, and it says, "It is only necessary to have courage, for strength without confidence is useless." So if we have courage, then that means we have self-confidence, we have faith, we believe in ourselves, and then we're able to achieve things. But if we just have strength, if we're not super self-confident, but we're strong, then it won't get us anywhere. And then also I have, we must always try to raise the self-confidence of our students. This will help them to believe that there is nothing that can hold them back. And I believe that's true in sports. It's talked about sports is 90% mental, 10% skill. And it's true, if we look down on ourselves and say, there's no way I can make this shot, or there's no way I can do this, or they're so much better than us, then we've already lost, because we're not giving our full self strength into it. The same thing can be said is about lowering the self-confidence of those that we teach. It can hold them back from achieving greatness. And do we want to be the reason why some great invention wasn't made, or some breakthrough in medical that one of our students could have done, if we would have given them the self-confidence to do it and helped them believe that they could do it? And lastly, it says, do I view my students the way Christ views us? And you can see on the picture there, it's Christ holding the lamb. It means everybody knows the parable of the lambs. He left the 99 and he went back for the one. Are we the type of teacher that's going to go back for the one to help them, to not leave them behind? It's something I think we have to ask ourselves. We got to think, how does Christ view us as children? I want you to think about that to yourself, and answer that to yourself. How does Christ view his children? And then the second is how does he tell us to treat those that are around us? And that's the golden rule. The golden rule is treat others as you would like to be treated. So if you like to be made fun of and things like that, and be looked down upon, then feel free to do that to your students, and then that's going to make them feel bad, which of course you won't do, because that's not what we're supposed to do, and that's not the Christ-like thing to do. We would make sure that we treat others with respect and love, and view them for the child that they are, that they're Christ's child, and we would not want to mistreat them in any sort of way, just like we wouldn't want to be mistreated from the Lord.